What's going on, guys? It's GBP baby. Welcome to another video. It's currently 9:04 p.m. on Tuesday, the 17th of October. And yeah, we've had quite a consolidated day today. We're gonna get straight into start with DXY. I'm still expecting higher DXY. I did say that because of how we closed below the range in yesterday's video. I'll show you now. Because of how we closed below this wick on the daily here, because of how we closed below it, I was expecting some kind of consolidation within this high and low range, and you can see that's exactly what we had, consolidation. So we're still just waiting for some kind of expansion outside of that consolidation. I do believe, let me check the news releases. Tomorrow we have one high impact, oh no, tomorrow we don't have any high impact news. No, we have one high impact news release, the building permits. So I'm hoping that might bring some volatility to the markets that could hopefully get us out of this range. If not, then Thursday and Friday will definitely probably allow for that kind of expansion. If say we do stay in this range and it is consolidated for the whole week, I can imagine that in the later days, in the next week, we'll probably have a lot more movement. But anyway, let's jump down to a low time frame. We can see that we're still very heavily consolidated. We are in this kind of breaker, which is a low. We've got a low here, high, low, high, lower, low, and a break higher. So this is a breaker, and you can see we're still kind of just consolidating within that range. We traded down to the 50% level of it. It does seem like we're respecting it. However, there are still a few hours left of the day. So long as we continue to respect that 50% level, I'll be happy to then anticipate the buy side liquidity here to get ran, and hopefully start to see us move up into that weekly fair value gap. But again, that's going to take a lot of movement, especially for us to get out of this consolidation in general. So I'm not really too confident right now. And of course, we still have all the geopolitical news that could easily rock the markets. So not much has gone on today, not much to say, just a lot of back and forth action. Buy side got taken, sell side got taken. If you drop down to low time frames, you can see it's a very back and forth, like not the best environment to be trading in, if you ask me. But let's go to GBP. Start with the daily. Now, what's interesting about GBP is GBP failed to take out a swing high, whereas whilst dollar made a swing low, and euro also made. Let me say that again. GBP failed to take out a swing high, where dollar took out a swing low, which is this swing high here. But you can see we traded up to that 50% level of this range, which is also a breaker. Why is it a breaker? We've got a swing high here, swing low here, we've got a higher high here, and since then we've broken out of that range. So that's why I've drawn out that range, 50% level, and you can see how we traded up to that, and we're continuing to respect it. So long as we continue to respect that 50% level, I'm anticipating us to eventually expand out of this range and run into the sell side liquidity residing here and here. And as you can see, we have inflation rate numbers for the UK tomorrow, which is likely going to affect the pound and bring volatility. And that probably also explains why we're seeing some kind of divergence within the pound and not on the other currencies. But here on the hourly, you can see it in a bit more clarity. Very consolidated day. Sell side, buy side, sell side, buy side. So, we're constantly trading on both sides of the markets. They're obviously building in orders here. Overall, I'm still bearish, which is why I'm expecting us to expand lower. And I can only imagine that the big money is accumulating their orders so that they can sell and get in on the move or try and rock everyone out of the move. One thing to take note of is this swing high here is the high which, let me add dollar so that I can show you. So you can see that dollars made a lower low from this lower lows, but pounds failed to make higher highs, which is why, again, GBP is showing a certain amount of weakness, but also you can see there are obviously big money is obviously doing something within the markets right now. That's like they're intentionally holding in a consolidation, and we can anticipate some kind of large expansion. One thing I do want to take note of though is the way this candle here took out this swing high, and then we failed to take out the high since. We failed to take out the high here, and we failed to take out that same high here. And to me, that shows that this level is defended. As in, I don't really want to see price trade back above there. And it would also stay in line with the fact that we have that breaker, which I just marked out, this high, low, higher, high, lower, low. So the fact that we're respecting the 50% level, that us staying below here is supportive of that. So hopefully Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will give us some more price action, and we can see the sell side liquidity down here and here get reached for. At the same time, dollar obviously has the swing highs here and here to get to reach for, and obviously the weekly fair value gap, which I showed in Sunday's video. But yeah, not really much to say. Again, very consolidating behavior. Not the best environments trading. You could easily get chopped up. A lot of choppy price action. But tomorrow, I'd just like to see us start to move lower. This is the Sunday opening. I'd like to think that we could trade below that, and as soon as we trade below that, maybe kiss it goodbye and start to run down for this fair value gap. This is a 4-hour fair value gap, this orange box here. So that would be a nice inefficiency for price to want to reach or draw towards. Let's go to euro. Euro is behaving as per usual. Euro traded higher as dollar made that low. Euro managed to make that high. We are consolidating within a range in euro though, just like here. Just like every other pair right now. So this is a breaker. We got a high, low, higher, high, and we broke lower. So that's why I drew out. That's why I've drawn out this range, and you can see we're just in that range now, just simply consolidating. We traded back into this fair value gap, which is nice to see. We can look at this as another breaker: high, low, higher, high, and a break. So seeing that, let me just get rid of all these markings because it's getting confusing. But this you could consider a breaker, and you can see we traded into that, which would then hint to lower prices after that. But like I said, we're going to need to see some kind of large expansion, or we need some kind of volatility injected into the markets to see us leave that range. We have these beautiful relative equal lows down here that I'd like to see get reached for if we are to trade lower. And then obviously we have this swing low residing here as well. Now, it's typical for price to make the high on the Tuesday if we are going to have a bearish week. So as far as I'm concerned, price is doing what I want, is in creating the high on the Tuesday, and hopefully we can see Wednesday, Thursday, Friday start to move lower. But obviously we'll have to see tomorrow, and because of how heavy the consolidation is, I can only imagine that Thursday and Friday might be a rocky ride for us. Let's look at gold very quickly. Actually, you see gold's getting held in consolidation. The fact that everything's getting held in consolidation right now, one, says a lot about geopolitical events, and two, says a lot about what we can anticipate in terms of we're likely to see Thursday and Friday show a lot of movement. But yeah, I guess we're just gonna have to wait and see. But gold, I am expecting higher prices on gold. We have a lot of relative equal highs residing here and here, which is interesting to see. So we'll see if we can reach up into these levels. The reason I'm bringing up gold is because it's been moving crazy. And then obviously we have these relative equal highs up here as well. But we will see. Thanks for watching, guys. That's going to be everything in today's video, and I'll catch you tomorrow. Peace.